Some voters, though, might ask, you've been in the White House for 4 years. You were vice president, not the president. But why wasn't any of that done the last 4 years?
Well, there was a lot that was done, but there's more to do, Anderson. And I'm pointing out things that need to be done, that haven't been done, but need to be done.
Uh-oh. Did y'all hear that? Man, that was ugly, like Leatherface ugly, or like Jill Biden stylist ugly. If anybody should be indicted or a threat to democracy, it's her stylist. Did you hear that answer? And it just got worse. Check this out when it was about the border.
Under Donald Trump, you criticized the wall more than 50 times. You called it stupid, useless, and a medieval vanity project. Is a border wall stupid?
Well, let's talk about Donald Trump and that border wall. So remember, Donald Trump said Mexico would pay for it? Come on, they didn't. How much of that wall did he build? I think the last number I saw is about 2%. And then when it came for time for him to do a photo op, you know where he did it? In the part of the wall that President Obama built.
But you're agreeing to a bill that
What was that? And you see, she thought she was slick, trying to be a little comedian, thought she was funny. Hey, remember when he said Mexico was going to pay for it? And there's just crickets in the background? And then she goes on to say, after that ridiculous cackle, that laugh, oh, only 2% was built. So last time I checked, it's over 500 plus miles were built. Only 2% were built. Man, I would love to see 100%. It would stretch from here, well past China, all the way into Luxembourg. It would be gorgeous. This woman has no idea what she's talking about. And Anderson Cooper, he might as well slap a MAGA hat on. There's something going on here. You guys remember how they just threw Joe out there for the debate and they didn't save him or anything? He had a town hall with Anderson Cooper back like in 2020, I believe, and he said something, he fumbled up and he forgot that he was talking about like the Long Beach Pier or something like that, and Anderson just snatched him up and saved him.
40% of all products coming into the United States of America on the West Coast go through Los Angeles and what am I doing here?
Is it Long Beach?
Long Beach, thank you.
Anderson was not playing any games. Like, the mission was to allow her to be herself, but make sure that you drowned her at the same time. Like, she's drowning and Anderson Cooper's sitting there on the lifeguard stand and he looks at her and he just throws a blanket over. That's it. And it just continued to get worse.
Thank you, Eric. And you're absolutely right. You know it. I know it. I think most Americans know it. Price of groceries is still too high.
I'm Donald J. Trump, and I approve this message.
And just a short, sweet, and simple ad for Trump to run. Look at that. What is she talking about? She's not giving any solution. She's trying to come across as relatable. That's why she had the BS about, man, I was in McDonald's and dropping fries and the cashier. That's all garbage. We all know it's garbage. But here she's trying to seem relatable. Like, we know the prices are too high. Well, what is your answer for it? Oh, we're going to go after those mean grocery stores. We're going to have to hold them accountable. So what are you saying? You're going to sue Smith's and Albertsons and Walmart? You're going to march down the National Guard right through Safeway? This lady, this is the worst candidate by far ever that I've ever seen. You know, I'm not no spring chicken, but the worst candidate I have ever seen. Joe Biden is eons, light years, way better than her. He wouldn't answer like this. I'm telling you right now, they're going to regret the day that they swapped him out, because she is worse than him with these ridiculous answers. She answers something else with a question or goes on about a life experience or some other garbage like that. Nobody's listening to that nonsense. Yeah, prices are still too high. Duh, everybody knows that. How are you going to fix it? Well, I grew up a middle-class kid. It is not working, but I'm telling you right now, they sent Joe Biden out there on the debate, right? And they let him fall flat on his face. Why would they let Anderson just bury her like this? Why would they allow her to go out on thin ice and just fall right through? Something's up.
I bring a whole set of different experiences, to this job and the way I think about it than Joe Biden.
Some voters, though, might ask, you've been in the White House for 4 years. You were vice president, not the president. But why wasn't any of that done in the last 4 years?
Well, there was a lot that was done, but there's more to do, Anderson. And I'm pointing out things that need to be done, that haven't been done, but need to be done.
So he says, it's been 4 years. Why haven't you done it, Kamala? Why haven't you done it? I know things need to get done. I can see that they need to get done. I have a list of things that do need to get done. So we need to get these things done in order to get things done in the future. What the hell is she talking about? What is she? Anybody, can somebody give me some explanation to what she's talking about? They're talking about dementia and Trump being old. She comes across as somebody that's in 150 plus. What is she talking about? This whole thing was an absolute disaster on every scene. I could run clips on here until the cows come home. What you see is what you get with this individual right here. Zero policy, zero answers, zero remorse, zero change. It is going to, that's why when she was asked by the amazing Sunny Hostin, when she was asked, would you do anything different? What would you do different than Joe? Nothing comes to mind. That's telling you right there, short, sweet, and simple. If you line up to vote for this person, you're getting exactly what you've been getting since 2021. That's what you're going in. When you go and you hit that name on the screen, that's what you're getting. They're gonna swap her. Something's gonna have to happen, because there is no way they're gonna go out on that note right there. That was like her big coming out party. Look at me, I'm changed. Look at all these great ideas we have. Come on aboard, we need you guys. We're the party of joy and vibes. And absolutely not. You guys are the party of a continuation of this same train wreck. That's exactly what this is. This was terrible. And one other thing, it got hilarious when CNN finally broke down everything that happened.
Look, Kamala Harris and Donald Trump are not taking the same exam.
Yeah.
And I think it bothers people. They're not taking the same exam. He gets to be lawless. She has to be flawless. That's what's unfair. That's what's unfair. That's what's unfair tonight. That's what's unfair tonight. They're not taking the same exam. Look, she has policies. She may not articulate them perfectly every time. She may not put the stories in the right places, but she's fighting for actual ideas that will help real people. And he's talking about people's penises. And so they are not taking the same exam, and that's pissing people off. It's pissing me off.
Well,
And listen to Van Jones with his crocodile tear-having self. And she just has to be flawless and he can be lawless. They're right on the edge. You know what's coming next. We know the next episode. It's all about racism. That's what they want to drop on you. Oh man, they've known Trump for all this time. She just came onto the scene. Whose fault is that? You guys didn't do no primary where they go around the country and they earn votes. You guys took Joe behind the barn and he's done with. And you see he's just going completely AWOL. He's putting on MAGA hats and talking about lock Trump. He's doing everything in his power to get Trump elected. But they're talking about nobody knows her. Nobody's aware of who she is. People know exactly who she is. And the more they see who she is, the worse it gets. Right here tonight. This was an absolute disaster. There wasn't one, and I'm going to try to be objective. There wasn't one good point. She kept reiterating, I was an AG back in the day. There wasn't one thing tangible to take from this. I would have loved to see her for an extra hour and a half, just to sit back and enjoy the absolute car wreck of a town hall this is. Even the layup questions, the layup network, everything was spoon-fed to her right there on a silver platter, and she still couldn't deliver. Now imagine how she would do on the world stage. Just imagine that disaster in itself. So you guys let me know what you guys think. Did you guys even watch a minute of this? It is must-watch TV to watch this absolute disaster take place. So we're going to see how this whole dumpster fire ends. Only 2 weeks left. Thank you guys for watching. Thank you guys for tuning in. And as always, I will catch you guys on the next one.